Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another edition of LA Books and Things. Today is Saturday and it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, but I've already had a very full day. As you can see, I have a stack of books here. These are some books that I pulled out of my walk-in closet, and I was doing some cleaning in there today, some organization, trying to get my bedroom, my overall house to be in better condition. It gets pretty annoying walking around and things aren't where they're supposed to be. So I woke up very early this morning. I hit the gym. I got some breakfast for me and the kids, and I came home and I immediately got to work. So, in the midst of cleaning my closet, I came across the stack of books here, which should not be in my closet. I just keep books everywhere. They're on my nightstand. Sometimes there's one on my dresser, but I figure I needed to get them out of my closet to put them on my massive bookshelf in my living room, which I absolutely love. I'm in an apartment right now, and one of the definite positives of living in an apartment is the closet space. Walk-in closet with amazing bookshelf space. But anyway, I don't want this to be a long video. Just want to give you a peek into the types of books that LA has. Here's one. Recently got this book. This is a economic book. I'm entitled Surviving and Thriving, 365 Facts in Black Economic History. This book was written by my soror of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Julianne Malveaux, and she was actually the keynote speaker at our recent statewide Founders Day here in Michigan, and she was so kind to give all of us, everyone in attendance, an autographed copy of this book. So, it was in my closet, and when I say in my closet, I don't mean like thrown on the floor or anything. I love my books way too much to treat them like that. So it was on one of the shelves in my closet. Here's another book, a writer's resource. The Business Writer's Handbook. Why do I have this? Well, you just never know. For any type of writing that you may do, writers just keep all kind of resource books. So here you go. There's the Business Writer's Handbook. I probably had that book for about 5 years. Crossword puzzle book, or word search, I should say. I love those. And I'm going to tell you, when I do a word search, it's kind of like my downtime. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time thinking. And it's okay, to not have to think all the time. So I like to just sit and I can just go through puzzle after puzzle. I could probably complete a book of this size in a matter of, a couple hours. Not even that. Okay, let me get to some of the recent books. These are two books by a local author friend of mine, Tanita Johnson. She's a motivational, inspirational author. She had a book signing a few months ago, and her newest book, the book that she had the book signing for, was When the Smoke Clears, A Phoenix Rises. Copy of that. But at the signing, she also had her first book, 100 Words of Encouragement, Faith of Inspiration. Those books, they were a special to buy both of them for maybe $20, $25. Got that. Okay, here's a recent book I bought. I tell you, I'm kind of selfish when it comes to buying books for other people. The last 2 Christmases, I've been buying books for my niece and nephews. Their ages range from 12 down to 5. So, they get enough toys. So I, the author in the family, decided to start getting them books. So I bought the kids their books, and I actually found it's a used/new bookstore. So of course I went in there trying to save money compared to what I spent last Christmas at Barnes and Noble. It didn't work. I still spent like $50+ and part of that was because I bought a couple of books for myself. The Book Thief. I bought this book because my sister, who's a teacher, and another Facebook friend of mine who also went to high school with, when they made this book into a movie, both of them had kind of said, oh, you gotta read the book. So when I saw this book at the bookstore, I bought it. That's one. Okay. Here's another grammar book that the author bought. The only grammar book you'll ever need. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. It could be. A one-stop source for every writing assignment. Ask me how many times I use this book. I don't know what my problem is. I see books and I'm like, oh, I should get that. And I get it, and I flip through them sometimes to refresh myself on sentence structure, punctuation, things like that. But I like to have them around. This book probably cost me, it says $7.95. Knowing me, I probably got it on sale. And then, I only got 2 more books, so it's going pretty quick. The Abstinence Teacher. This book, I know I bought it over 5 years ago. I did read it. I took some time in December of last year and did some reading when I just got frustrated with trying to finish my novel. And I really love this book. It's about a recovering addict who is also he's new into a form of Christianity. And then there's this teacher. She's kind of a radical teacher, not really a religious person. And these two clash because she was a sex education teacher that got into some trouble, being a little bit too open with her students. Ooh, excuse me. Got a little too open with her students, and so she just felt really under pressure from this religious group that the recovering addict happened to be a part of. So when their worlds collided, their daughters, he was a soccer coach, and her daughter was on the team, and the first game that she went to support her daughter, at the end of the game, the recovering addict soccer coach, he led the kids in prayer, and it just set her off. She was, how dare you, introduce these kids to prayer? You're taking advantage of your authority over them or your influence over them, and, trying to guide them to your belief. And she was very insulted by that. But it really was a good book. I enjoyed the read. So it was very reflective for both of them. He was new to the religion, so he was coming to terms with how he felt, about Christianity. And he also learned through his journey in this book, who was he really serving? Was he serving God, or was he serving this fanatical leader of the church that he was at? So I definitely recommend this book, The Abstinence Teacher by Tom Perrotta. Great. And the next 2 books that I have are actually my religious books. We have the Bible, NIV Study Bible. And then this book is one who I picked up from my equally book-buying addict mother. How to Find God in the Bible, a personal plan for the encounter of your life. I have started reading this book little by little, something where when I happen to see it, I pick it up and read a couple of pages out of there. So there you go, another insight to author LA